So, it's all painted up nice and white inside. It appears that the paint has blocked the bad smell of the wood, which is good. And now we just want to put our computer in here. So this is our subwoofer multimedia box, probably a bit bigger than what we should be using, but it packs a kick. So let's hook this up to our speakers. This is going to go to the PC. Simple, really simple. There is our PC. The old Pentium 3 still going strong. Don't worry, everything on here is backed up, so when it does die I can just replace it. This is a neon tube left over from one of my old cars back in, I don't know, early 2000s. This is the original light bulb from the cabinet. It's going to get hooked up to our 40-cent piece window here. This gets incredibly hot, by the way. There's our old ass hard drive. And there is our unit. So time to install the little globe here. This is hooked up straight into the computer, so the computer is powering the light bulb. Every time the computer is on, the light bulb turns on. Bit of double-sided tape, and we're installed. And also here we've got our neon tube. This is hooked up straight into the computer as well. So as soon as the computer turns on, the neon tube also turns on. And that's going to be the light for the inside of the cabinet. So we can place it anywhere within the cabinet. So thankfully we've got a few shelves, and this one here is perfect. So just stick it there. And check out that glow, that's pretty cool. In the dark, this is what it looks like. Now here, we're going to hook up our control panel. Not that it's a problem, but just to keep airflow going, we've got a USB fan. We can hook in as many of those as we want, but we've got this one. The direction can be changed. Now it's time to mount our monitor, and check these pieces of foam out. You know those pieces of foam that you get when you buy a new TV or a new monitor and you chuck that stuff away? If you keep it, it's pretty handy. Check this out. Check out the shape and size of this stuff. It fits in these crevices perfectly. It's like it was made for my cabinet. Check it out. It just worked out perfectly. And these four pieces here are going to hold my new Philips monitor. Now keep in mind, for a project like this you need to use a monitor that is IPS. I didn't know that before. IPS monitors look the same from different angles. There are other monitors where when you look to the side it kind of gets dark or it gets black. Now seeing as the monitor has to be tilted in this cabinet, we have to use an IPS monitor. And as you can see, the foam is the perfect size and it fits perfectly. I just cut a little chunk at the bottom there so that you can have access to the power button, as you can see. I took these two clamps off an old painting tripod. They used to hold the canvas for painting, well now they're holding the monitor. As you can see, with the nice bolt here we can adjust it to whatever shape we want, and it's nice and solid. It's giving us extra strength to hold the monitor in place. So there's no way that this monitor is going to move at all. It's wedged in here quite solidly. It's like the two pieces were made for each other. It's just insane. I was a happy camper when I got this monitor, I tell you. Now something that's quite cool is back when I first made this cabinet, these things didn't exist. So I basically just had a mouse hanging out of the back of the unit here. Now that these beautiful things have come along, and being cordless, well, operating the PC in this thing is a piece of cake. Now we're going to turn on the computer for the first time since our little rebuild here. Okay, let's have a look inside. So what do we got inside here? Here's our multimedia subwoofer box, here's our computer. As you can see, beautiful white walls in here. We've got our little tube up there for light. No smell of wood rot at all. And we're turning on for the first time, here we go. Quite a loud, noisy unit. Thankfully the door closes and we don't have to hear that. Again, it's an old computer, so of course it's going to be loud. There's our USB fan. The green light is pretty cool, I like it. And check out this old BIOS screen. And Windows XP booting up. So here we are, our menu boots up on its own. It's a very simple menu, it's called arcade.exe. Clearly there's nothing special about it, but it works. If it works, it works. Our very first game that we're going to try is the Genesis version of Terminator 2. Here we go. So we are now online. Now I had shooting games on this cabinet originally because I had one of those old USB light guns. Light guns became very rare over the years, just because they never really worked well with computers. Now it's time to put some boards around the actual monitor, some blue tack around the sides. Thankfully this monitor can also change itself into 4x3. We're going to be using our original 4x3 square setup. We're going to put our board straight over the top. This covers the sides of the monitor. We're going to put a second board around the side of that board. So this way we don't have to measure anything up with the cabinet. It just goes by wherever the monitor itself is. We've got our original wooden piece here that sits around. So there's our artwork. And we've got a completely disguised monitor. So there's the front of the cabinet without the front panel. Now this is our first look at the cabinet as it's working. Here it is in the dark for the first time.
Round 2, fight!
I'm retransferring things onto this unit. I forgot how slow the old USBs used to be. These files aren't exactly huge, but check out how long I've got to wait just to transfer this stuff. So while things are copying over here, I'll just keep myself occupied. Should be done soon. Still not done. Watch some TV.
Kano is not Australian. He was played by an Australian actor.
Still copying. It's a nightmare. This stuff just will never end. It just goes on and on. Until finally. And here's our front end, our menu selection. It's the same one that I used previously. It's really old, it's called arcade.exe. It's a great front end. It's simple, it's not graphic intensive. Windows XP handles it with no problems, and I like it. So there you have it, a new facelift, a new toy. I'm quite happy with the way it turned out. I mean, there wasn't really any more life left in that last cabinet. So I'm quite happy to have a new rehash here, so to speak. It's given it new life. New controls, new paint, you know, new artwork, new marquee. It's good. It's good for a change. If you've been a long life fan of retro gaming like myself, hopefully this inspires you. Maybe you could go out there and make your own cabinet as well. Like I said previously, I'm not very well inclined in woodworking, handyman type stuff like that. But it was a fun project, it was fun to learn. And I guess it's something I can be proud of. So, until next time, hope you enjoyed the videos and stay safe.